Hey there, Alice Otto with Simple Option Strategies. Wanted to share a trade today just because it started out as a losing trade and ended up as a winning trade. And so I wanted to share how that played out throughout the day. Very interesting day. We had a 92-point range from top to bottom and a lot of news on this day. One was, the one was the Powell, Fed speak, and the other was China trade news that came out that was not expected. So in any case, here we go. So normal 0 DTE trade. I went ahead and put on a 29.35, 29.40 call spread. After I noticed the market, this was after 10 o'clock. Wanted to wait until after 10 o'clock, after the Fed speak notes were out. And so I went ahead and put this on, and right after that, the market went down. I was very happy with that, but then it started moving up again. So because of the two different types of news that came out, one was positive, one was negative, I went ahead and just got into the put credit spread. Wanted to have both sides in, as kind of a hedge to make sure that if I had one loss, it wouldn't be a big loss because I could take the gains off the other one. That's what we typically do with these credit spreads. So the market went up and continued to go up. Got a little nervous there because we were pretty close, and I was ready to pull the trigger on closing this trade. And so we came about 8 handles away from the high side, and the market went down. I knew it was going to retest that high, and it actually did. But when it did test the high, I did notice some divergence. Let's get that out of the way here in a second. But you can see the divergence in the RSI, where the energy in the first wave up was higher than the second wave, and so that brought a little bit of comfort, not too much, but in any case, the market immediately went down after that. When I saw that candle and how strong it was, I knew it was some kind of news event. Had CNBC in the background and heard that there's retaliation and more retaliation from our side. So we got one candle down hard, a second candle down hard, and I realized I had to get out of that trade. And so that's exactly what I did. As soon as I figured that out, I changed that trade, put that trade in as quick as possible to get out, and I was able to get out for $1.15, which was about a 75-cent loss. Bigger loss than I normally take, but I was happy to get out at that price because, as you can see here, the market continued down. And so what I did is I trade futures from time to time, and this, I figured this was going to be a good day because it was going to, this market was trending down and it was going to trend down hard. And so I figured I could pick up some gains with putting on small future positions, and that's exactly what I did. I put them on for MES and MNQ. MNQ is a little more volatile, gives you a little more leverage there, and so those positions immediately became profitable. And then I started looking for another opportunity to see how I could, put on possibly another credit spread and see if I can get some additional gains here. And so I waited for the market for a little while, and I went ahead and once things calmed down and we had a solid trend down. And this is a typical day where you have bad news, no good news associated with it, and the market will continue to go down. We had broken several levels of support here. I have some fibs, short term and long term. We did break the longer term fibs, and so I knew it was a good day to put on this trade and just let it ride. So what I did too is once I was confident that we were going to continue going down, I did put on a 28.95, 2900 call spread. Didn't want to hold it too long. I probably should have held it all the way through. But anyway, when I saw the gain, I got a 50% gain. I went ahead and took it. And so I took it out for 20 cents. The long position, or the call credit spread that was in trouble in the first place up here, as we talked about, I went ahead and just let it ride. I figured that we were so far away from that position that I'm pretty sure I was going to let that expire, and that's exactly what I did. I just let it expire. And so I actually turned a loss here into a gain using futures. Okay, it's just another edge, another tool that we have to use here, and turned a losing trade into a winning gain here for the day. All right. So what was the end result? For 0DTE, I had a loss of $150. Futures, I made 410. So the total net gain was 260. So learning how to use these tools and applying them as a trader are very, very important, so that you won't walk away a lot of times with just a loss. That you can use other tools here to turn a losing day and a losing trade into a winning gain. All right. So wanted to share that with you. Hopefully you learned something and this was of value to you. And we'll be making some more of these in the future. All right. Thanks.